This story is called Kingdom Hearts. It's a mix of Disney movies, with some original stuff thrown in for flavor.
And Final Fantasy games.
Okay, sure. There are three kids on an island. Sora, Riku, and Kiri. They are best friends. One day darkness takes over the world. It turns out there are a bunch of different worlds, and they're all disappearing. Sora is chosen by a weapon called the Keyblade, and he must go to seal all the worlds from darkness. Donald Duck and Goofy are his party members. The worlds he saves are from Disney movies, and major characters from these movies are guest members. The antagonists are a council of Disney villains led by Maleficent.
What about Final Fantasy?
They can be little kids. Some can be grown-ups from Hollow Bastion. That's where a guy named Ansem discovered the Heartless and accidentally released them. So you're sealing the darkness and systematically killing Disney villains. But it turns out that the real villain is Ansem himself. See, the Disney villains were trying to control the darkness. Riku also tried to use the darkness to find Kiri. But the darkness consumed them all. Ansem thinks the power of Kingdom Hearts is darkness. But Sora knows it's really light, and this light destroys Ansem. At the end, Sora, Donald, and Goofy find Pluto with a letter from Mickey, so they run after him. Okay, it's your turn. What happens?
They get tired and sleep. Then they go to a castle.
What does the letter say?
I don't care. That plotline was lame. They go to Castle Oblivion. There's this cool group called the Organization. It's made of nobodies, people who don't have hearts. All their names have X in them, 'cause that's cool. Riku's also there.
How does Disney fit in?
Disney's lame. But Donald and Goofy can stay.
There have to be Disney worlds.
Okay. Sora and Riku go through their memories and revisit Disney worlds from the first story. But it's not important. Those parts don't even need voiced cutscenes. So the Organization has Marluxia, Larxene, and Vexen, but they don't get along. There's also Section and Lixarius, and there's treachery and stuff. The coolest one is Axel. He has red hair and he's sarcastic, and he's got fire powers. There's this girl named Namini, and she's the shadow of Kiri. She's messing up Sora's memories, and making him think she's his friend instead of Kiri. And there's this clone of Riku, that you have to fight 27 times. The real Riku is somewhere else, trying to stop Ansem from possessing him. And Mickey helps, and there's this Mexican wrestler named Diz. And everyone in the castle can smell each other. All 5 Organization members get killed, but not Axel, since he's cool. Namini puts Sora to sleep, so she can restore his memories. And Riku beats Ansem, but still has darkness in him. But Mickey says it's okay, because darkness and light go together.
What? No. The moral of the first game was, the darkness is bad, and light shines it away.
That's stupid.
Okay, the next story has to have new Disney worlds. Let's bring Maleficent back alive. And Pete, and a new council of Disney villains. We can even give your Final Fantasy guys more screen time.
I'm over that now. Here's the story. It's called Organization XIII 'cause there were 13 guys total. The leader's Xemnas, the nobody of Ansem. There's also Sigbur, Zaldin, Sakes, Demix, Luxord, and of course Axel. And Roxas, the nobody of Sora. You play as him trapped in the Matrix for half the game, while Diz and Ansem try to get him to be Sora again. Then you play as Sora. Mickey has a trench coat and fights like Yoda. The Disney villains hang out in their worlds, and don't affect the story.
Except Maleficent and Pete.
They can run around, and do lame stuff like try to take over Cinderella's castle. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Organization XIII wants to rebuild Kingdom Hearts out of broken Heartless, so they can be made whole again. Sora has to kill them.
Oh. Maleficent and Pete should help Sora beat Organization XIII. Like, she comes to town and summons Heartless to fight the nobodies.
She summons weak Heartless because she's lame. Organization XIII summons better Heartless,
but she holds them off until Sora can escape.
Let's make her stand still like an idiot while the weakest nobodies in the game meet her.
Okay, but she takes over the nobody realm when the game's over.
I dunno, maybe.
What about the Princesses of Heart? They're really important.
No, they aren't. So anyway, Kiri gets kidnapped and finds Namini. We find out Diz is the real Ansem. The guy we thought was Ansem in the first game was really the Heartless of a guy called Zelhanort, who was apprenticed to the real Ansem.
A Heartless. So why did he look like a person, and have motives and stuff?
And the guy we thought was ensues in this game was really Riku, who had to make himself look like Xehanort's Heartless to beat Roxas. But now he gets to look like Riku again. Xemnas is the only organization guy alive. Axel sacrificed himself because he's awesome. The real Ansem gets killed when he tries to put Kingdom Hearts in the Matrix and it explodes. Mickey gives another speech about how you can't have light without darkness.
So Mickey supports low levels of evil?
Sora and Riku kill Xemnas and are trapped in the darkness, but they get out and live with Kiri on the island happily ever after. They find a bottle with a letter from Mickey.
Okay, my turn.
Oh, but before all that happened, there was a 14th organization member called Cyan. And before all that, there were a bunch of other people who had keyblades and did important stuff.
I don't care. My turn. So they found the bottle from Mickey. The letter says there are new worlds from Pixar movies and the Disney Afternoon cartoons. And there's the Horned King, and Judge Doom, and Xanadus, and Negaduck is the nobody of Darkwing Duck.
That's lame. Let's say instead of reading the letter, they get tired and fall asleep. Then there's a dungeon on the island, and all of Organization XIII came back alive, but Axel thinks he really has a heart, and then